Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little late, but there you go. Friday the 13th. Oh, it's spooky. Watch out, and Jason's here. Uh, um, so went and got the extra lumber, got that framed in. Ooh, I just realized we got a bow on that. Well, here's a real easy way to fix that. We're gonna loosen the screws on that end. It'll pop back up. We'll tighten it back. Easy fix. Um, Need to do above the windows, not that one. That's fine. What we're gonna do today, I'm pretty much at a standstill today. I'm gonna drill all the holes to run the outlets. Called my electrician. He ended up getting a big project. He ain't gonna make it today. So Monday he's gonna come out. So we'll be out here Monday, looking at what we got to do. Um, there's the lights. I'm gonna go ahead and get those in so I can kind of pull the cable and get it kind of set for where I actually need it and want it. So we'll do that. Sorry. Figure out where we want the outlets. I don't remember what code is for how high they need to be. I think it's between 18 and 20 inches or 20 and 22, something like that. And those boxes are somewhere. I'll find them. Don't you worry. Then we're gonna figure out this because originally our plan was over there. It ain't gonna go over there now because of the breaker box being there. So I think this will go on this wall, which is kind of what I liked it over there because it was out of the way. However, looking at it externally, from that shed to this side of the building is not terribly wide. There's a shed on that side. It's wider on that side. So I'd rather keep that more open. Eventually, I want to put a shed over here anyway. Because my little one's getting kind of full because I've had to buy all these tools and everything. So we'll put it on this side. The outside of this wall is flat. It's not textured stone like that wall is. So it'll mount better to that wall. We can put the blower up there. It'll fit on either side. So that's what we're going to do with that. We'll get the lights in, get the outlets in, figure out where we're going to put the switch, get that done. I'll drill all the holes for all the wire. And I'm rethinking. I think we will come up and over and down for this wall because that will be quicker and shorter than going down and over and over and over. Basically, we'll make a whole loop if we do that. But if I go up, we can just go up and down and over. I'll have to fish around that insulation. Not a big deal. We'll just drop it down in that corner bay. Come over. We also need to measure, get our outlets positioned. So, find my tape measure. We can do that right now. Plus, I hate fishing wire around corners. It's not one of my favorite things. So we know this wall is 11 feet. So let's don't need tape measure. Let's do some head scratching math here. 11 feet. Rip. Half of that is 5.5 feet. So from there to the middle, 5.5 feet. Half that distance to the sides is 2.25 feet. Well, that's just about 16, which means that's just about 32. So our outlet will go on this stud. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And we'll put it on this stud. That side. And this one, that side. Now this wall, we had 11.3 twice, so that's 22.6. Half of that is 11.3. Half of that, half of 11 is 5.5. Half of 3 is 1.5. So 5.5 plus 1.5 is 11.6.5. Right? I probably should have written all this down. And I didn't. So if we do 3 on this wall, let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 16. That's 16. So 8 is going to be the middle. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put 1 here. Not this high, but put 1 here. That's supposed to be an arrow, believe it or not. And our last one, we're going to clean up today. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go here. On that side. And then we'll have 1 right underneath the box and 1 over there somewhere. Okay, cool. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 total. That'll work. I don't believe I've got boxes for all 7 because everywhere I've been hasn't had the boxes. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Now our switch. Right here makes a lot of sense. You come in the door, open door. This door is open. Flip switch. Everybody beautiful. I'm going to rehang. Well, I got to get a new one, but we're going to rehang it. Put all the hinges on the same side. Because I hate this open this way business. I don't know why. I just do. So if we put our switch here, bloop, that's fine when you come in. Over here, bloop, also not too bad, and would be easier to wire. Remember, we've got our internet down there, so we'll have power over here, or at least down there to plug in our router. Let's put our switch here. Put our switches on that side. And then we'll have 1 in, 1 out. Because that's going to open the door right hand. You can hit the switch with your left. Go on out. You come in, open the door left hand, floop, hit the switch. It's an arm's length. That's not bad. Plus, that'll let me, I can build like a little shelf thing over here. Coat rack or something on the wall. I don't know. Okay. Lights. I didn't grab my fancy wire strippers, which is fine. We don't need them. I really need to get a phone stand. Of course, once this is done, I'll probably never do stuff like this again, so it's not going to matter. Okay, so this guy attaches to the box that way. Like that. Okay. Like that. And then the light has got a little pressure clip on each side, and we'll just snap into this ring. Real easy stuff. So what we need to do is drop the screws on the ground. It's very important. They work better when they get some carpet fibers in them. Works like Loctite. Whew. There we go. Get it down here where we can reach it. We're going to cut off about 6 inches of this sheathing. We're going to strip about a quarter, no, I think it's about a half inch of each one of these. We couple them to those. Maybe it is a quarter. I don't remember. 3/8. With the wire nuts, we'll just press the light into the box. We'll do that on both of them. When we get to that one, we're going to pigtail it, which means wire in, wire in, wire in. So it'll work. And yeah, we'll go from there. I may need my yellow wire nuts for that one. And I don't know where I put them. They're probably in the other shed behind everything, because I'm a dummy. Hello. I'm on a ladder. Don't step on that. Bad idea. So here we go. Wires out. We've got our few inches. We are grounded. This, I guess, just chassis grounds because there's no ground wire on it. When you put your wires together, you want to make sure that there is no exposed wire peeking out of your nut. I know what I said. That's where you're going to run into problems. And yeah, that's it. So now we fish all of this back up into there, which I can't do very well one-handed here. Maybe a little rocky. See, this is the part I don't like. Want to make sure any that is poking out, that, it's like that. You don't want anything that's not in the Romex poking out is the idea. So give me 2 hands, I'll get up there and we'll work on it. It goes so much faster with 2 hands. Yeah, there you go. It looks crooked because it's sitting a little crooked, but once the drywall goes on, it will sit flush to that and level out. But yeah, that's it. We'll go move some stuff. We'll do the next one. Pull that tight-ish. We'll go ahead and put a staple in this one now because we don't need it to move from that point. So we might staple it to the side or the top of these. The side of this is going to be better. Where did I put all my electrical stuff? I had a whole bunch of it. It's even in a bag, man. And I don't recall moving it. I probably put it in the shed like a dunderhead. Because this is just the Romex. Yeah. Well, we'll find it. We'll do the same thing over there. Okay, lights are up. Switch box is mounted. Before we start looking at that, I want to take a moment to talk about wiring stuff and some of the differences here. Hopefully that light's not going to be too stupid. This is a light switch. Maybe you've seen one before. Yeah, the light's going to be stupid. Light switches are easy. Very easy. You got on, you got an off. Look at that. Beautiful. You have in and in, or out and out, or in and out. You don't have, on a light switch, a hot and neutral like you have on an outlet. Because this is breaking a circuit. So the way we're going to wire these, it's going to go on the box, obviously. We're going to have power in, so power comes to the switch, then leaves the switch and goes to the fixture. That's how we're going to wire these. There's another method, I think it's called California switching, where the power goes to the fixture, back to the switch, and then out. We're going to go power to the switch, to the fixture, complete the loop that way. Because if I ever need to do anything with these, I want to be able to turn off the switch and have no power at the fixture. That's how I want to do things. So that's how I'm going to do things. You don't tell me what to do. So one wire in, going to be the hot on these. Or live, if you prefer that. I prefer that. Here's the outlets we're going to use. We're going to use these because I bought a box of 10 of them for $3 because they were at a thrift store. Which one's hot? Which one's neutral? Live and neutral. Oh God, we don't know. We'll never know. Okay. These are polarized. The small one is hot. Live. The larger one is neutral. Power goes in, comes out of here, goes to your device, goes back in, back out. Brass screws are your live. Silver screws are your neutral. Ground is green. A couple of ways to do this. These have the little stab in the back. I hate these. I will never, ever, ever, ever use these. There's no situation in which I think these are okay. What you do with these, I just so happen to have somewhere in my bag of tricks here. I thought I did, anyway. A bit of wire. You strip the end of the wire. And you just shove it in the hole, man. So you strip, you shove it in there. There's a little barb, grabs a hold of it. It's great. If you need to take the wire out, you get a little tiny screwdriver and you push in that little box and then you pull the thing out. Code says you cannot use one of these twice. So I don't use those at all. I use the side terminals. Number one, it puts the wire that much farther front. Number two, it's a much better connection. You're going to loop around that so it locks on tight when you do it. These have a strip gauge. See right there? Strip gauge. The way that works, you hold your wire up to it. That's how much you need to strip. Easy. Now, I've seen other people like, oh, there's a built-in wire stripper on your fixture, your fittings, your whatevers. You put them in here and you give it and you pull the thing, and then that's not really what those are for. Stop doing things like that. If you're going to be doing this crap and you don't own a pair of wire strippers, don't do this crap. Get you the right tools for the job. Don't be lazy like me. Back to these. I also have a strip gauge right there. And there again are our press. Right there. I don't like those. I'm not going to use them. When you get your wire strippers, I like these. These have been great for me. I'm not supporting, promoting, whatever. Not sponsored. You don't need super fancy auto clip the thing off, whatever. Just strippers and clippers. These strip your different gauges of wire. On the side, you see a number. That number corresponds to the gauge of your wire. This is 14. So you put it in the 14 hole there. Got it? When you strip the end off and you want to make your loop to go around the screws, that's what these two holes in the bottom are for. Where it says AWG solid. You put your wire through there and then you twist. Again, real hard to do one hand. But what that does is that puts just the right loop in your wire to go around your screw, your terminal. And Other thing you want to keep in mind, you've got to tighten these. You want this wire, let's go back over here. You want this wire to go around the screw in the direction that you're tightening it. So you're going to tighten this screw this way. So if you put the wire on going this way, as you tighten it, it's going to pull this way off the screw. You put it on the bottom and you tighten it, it's going to pull it this way into the screw. So as long as you put them in right side up, hot wire goes on the bottom, neutral wire goes on the top. Easy. Like I said, if you ever forget, live is always the little one. Neutral is always the big one. Excuse me. How many amps are these? 55? That can't be right. $15. Okay. That's all right. We're good, because nothing I'm going to put out here is going to need more than that. We have 20 amp breakers for the box. You always up your breaker. So there's 15 amp outlet. You put that on a 20 amp circuit. It is fine. Okay. Okay. So now you know. I'm going to wire that. We've still got all of that hanging down there. So wire that up, mount my 2 switches in the box. I don't have a plate for these. I thought I did. I don't. So I'll have to get some of those. But these work just like the ones we put in the ceiling. Got the little knockout thing in the back. We're going to run it just like we did before. I come out about 1 foot. So I've got room to work. We'll split it. We'll fish it back through and it can go over that way. The one for the lights will come out the top, in, and then carry on as it's going. I will show you that when it's all done. Hello. Box is in. It is wired. Got thinking about this, and I think I've got another idea that I'd much rather do for this light. So we're gonna just, it doesn't even exist right now. So our light's in. We have one line coming from the box to the switch. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Then we have another one going back out, up over to the fixture, which then ties over to that fixture. If I wanted to test it, we'd strip this end off. We could hook it up to a extension cord, plug it into my end over there, flip the switch, we would have light. Will I do that? I don't know. I don't really want to. Like, I do, but I don't, because I don't want to waste a cable. I thought I had one. I can't find it, so I may not. Man, I had a lot of crap in my hair from drilling those holes. 48 inches is standard for this. These are only 12. It was the ADA rules I was thinking, which say it needs to be 15 minimum. I think that's 15, just because that's pretty easy. Different countertop versus indoor, outdoor, etc., etc. That does look really low. Obviously we're going to have a modem and stuff over here. But what I'm thinking is I'll have a cabinet, and that'll be inside the cabinet. And then this will be okay. I may move this up a little bit. It's not hard to do. There's the setup. Nothing touching nothing. One wire one wire, and I don't know if anybody else does this. I don't do this often, but I've labeled in and out so we know which one goes to the breaker box and which one does not. Holes. If you're going to drill a hole, it needs to be at least halfway through, because if you've got a screw, if you put drywall, you've got another 1/2 inch. Your screw needs to not puncture that wire. So you go half through. If you're worried about it, you can get a little metal plate. It just tacks in on all of those. Anyone that's less than halfway, like I was a little worried about that one, but that one came out all right. So we're good. I got a staple in that one in 2 places. I've got a staple in that one, I think just in 1 place right now. These are stapled over here, and the one going into the box is stapled. You see where it comes down and then kind of arches back up? That is stapled. I'm going to let the electrician handle that, because what happens, we have our neutral bar here. As we talked about, this will go on there. This is a 20, not a 15, so we're not going to use it for this. But the black goes down on there, the white goes on there, and then the ground goes wherever the ground's going to go. So one of the last things I'm going to do before I finish, I've got a bag of breakers in the house. I'm going to bring those, set them all up out here. He won't be until Monday. Oh, and I don't nail these all the way down till we're done. So they can, there's still some wiggle. Once it's all hooked up, then we just tap it a couple times and it's set. Thought about running a wire for that. I ain't gonna do it. What we'll do is we'll do another knockout down here for the outlet. Put one probably here and go over. And we'll split and come this way. That's why this is kind of sitting how it is. We'll go over, nail our staple it there, and then we'll keep going. And since my breaker boxes are all going to be 15 from the floor, all of my holes for the wire, I hear a wasp. There he goes. Where did I? There it is. So think ahead, you know. So from the floor, there's my box. So we want our hole for the wire, I want it to come over and down. And you don't want to have like a real sharp 90-degree bend on it. That's a little sharper than I like. So we'll put our hole at about 20 inches, maybe 22. So when we come over with our wire, it can just real nice and smooth. I just gotta go get some more boxes because I only have one left, because that was all they had. So there's the plan. There we go. Quick and easy. I think it's lunchtime. So I'm going to get me some lunch. We'll come back, and then I'm going to clean up in here as much as I can. And then we'll grab the lumber that I picked up this morning, and we will start working on this wall. But a lot of this I can clean up and move around. We know where we're done. Like, we're not doing anything over in that corner for a while yet. So a lot of this that's out here in the middle can kind of sort of stay, but just like picking up the crap on the floor and garbage bags and things like that, that all needs picked up. Taking my thermos out back to the house. And another thing we can do now that we've got studs up is I can put some screws in them and start hanging some stuff up so it's not all just laying on the floor. And I need to get into that bathroom, get that AstroTurf out, because I do want to put it down here. Just, you know, keep it a little neat and clean. Cut up all of this expansion foam that's done its job. Yeah, as cold as it was this morning, ended up being a pretty nice day. Uh-oh. It's going on over there? That don't look good. Oh well. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Ladies and gentlemen, I have news. The Bosch broke. Like, not even like catastrophically. It just kind of like fell over. I was putting the first screw in that board there, that footer, and just nope. It just said, I can't do this anymore. This is not the world I want to live in. So far, one of these guys outlasted the Bosch by quite a bit. The Bosch hasn't been in there all that long. This is one of the other DeWalt's. So we'll try it. And when I was out picking up the rest of the lumber today, found some Irwins. So I bought those. I have more than I should ever need, or until I lose them all. We'll go with this DeWalt for a little while, see if it's any better than the other one. There we go. And yeah, so plan now. I was going to start cleaning up, and I thought, no, if I clean up and start putting stuff, then I'm just going to have to move it again. So I got the footer on that wall. I got the footer there. We'll do the footer over there. We'll frame this first. Okay, we'll just do this one. I'm liking the shelf idea. So we might do like a built-in over here. Just like a little 6-7 inch shelf. Come out all the way up. I'm liking that idea quite a bit. Because it's an outside wall. I mean, they're all outside walls in here. But that is like outside, right over there. I got to get rid of that. I got to get rid of the water heater to get rid of that. So hopefully, that's going to be real close. Our studs should be right about there. So I might leave these two out. We'll do that. If I've got enough left, I'll start here, work over that way. We'll leave enough that I can get this out when I'm ready. I can't get the water heater out till I get this cleaned up. So, worry about that. Yeah, the more I stand here and look at this wall, I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? Just, yeah. And I have all my games, all my books, all my music books anyway. Maybe a little cabinet at the bottom. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens as it comes together. As we've had to adjust and alter things, my plans have changed a little bit. Which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. I mean, this does not need to be... I'm never going to have 13 people in here all playing music at the same time. If I get 4, that'll be a lot. Because nobody likes to play with me. No, I think we're good. I like this idea. We just got to deal with that. Not a big deal. Not going to worry about over there. So we'll just get this put in. We'll get that last little one put in because I've got a couple of just 3 or 4 foot pieces. We'll just cut them down. I'm leaving these kind of spaced poorly, I would say. Because I still don't know for sure how I'm going to frame this door. And I can build out to it. So I did the same thing over there. Okay, no, I just wanted to show you guys. There's, Bosch is not my go-to. Irwin is my go-to. I'm not surprised that the Bosch outlasted the DeWalt's, the old DeWalt's. I am surprised that the weird little knockoff one outlasted the Bosch. Because like I said, that little knockoff one went through 2 or 3 pounds of screws. It's a lot of screws. That's like 1.5 of these. And the Bosch went through maybe a 1/4 pound of screws before it died. And those DeWalt's just about the same, 1/4 pound, and they both broke. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna finish this.